you very much for coming. I really enjoy having all of y'all, and as a matter of fact, Irene does too.
With La Prensa News, and we're here at the social scene with Mr. Leonard Davila. We're at the Valasquez birthday party for Irene Valasquez. And Leonard, what brings you out here tonight?
Well, we've been coming out here for quite a few years now. Irene and Carlos are a very good friend of ours, and it's kind of a tradition now. We've been coming for quite a few years. Out here, and he's expanded and everything. Gosh, I mean, I've seen this place grow.
Yeah. So Leonard, you were telling me about your work with the MAC. You do the Mexican American experience there. Is that correct?
Yeah. Okay. I was involved for the first 5 of them, and we got a group together, Crossroads Events, and some friends. Skeeter, Amezquita, Johnny Limon, Gilbert Rivera, and Rosendo Gomez, and Liz Lopez is also on the board. And I stepped down last year because I started my band again, Street People. So I'm giving 100% to that. I can't give 110 because I ain't got 110. But yeah. So no, we're been doing the event there.
So since you've been so involved with the MAC, there's a rumor going around about South by Southwest wanting to have a 5-year contract with the MAC for the time that they do the South by Southwest event.
Right.
How do you think that affects Latinos in Austin?
Well, we started the Mexican American experience at the M.I.S. Barrientos Mexican American Culture Center, because we figured that's the only place that we had that we were able to promote our Chicano Mexican American heritage, and nobody else really had been doing it. So that's why we formed Crossroads to start doing this event, and it's a free event that's been happening every year. And but I got word the other day that South By's wanted to get a 5-year contract on the venue. So that's going to put our event out if they do it. And of course, the group is going to fight it, and we want to get community support, because that's what we need. Because you know what? Once they come in, it's going to go to the Latino thing again. And Latino is so many different types of fruit in that fruit bowl, or so many different kinds of beans that there are.
Right. And so what is your focus is on the...
My focus is on keeping the Mexican American experience continuing during that time, because the whole music world is here, and no place had there been anything that had anything to do with Mexican American, Chicano, Tejano, So that's what we
You're saying we need to preserve those types of events versus what South by Southwest.
Well, South by Southwest is not doing our kind of events. And so, they're not doing it. So we need to preserve ours.
You mean our kind of events, like Mexican American?
Right. Now look, here's Carlos Velasquez.
Mr. Velasquez, we're really enjoying your party. We're here with La Prensa News.
All right.
And just tell us a little bit about your space that you have here, that you open this up once a year for the community to come and enjoy.
Well, so we have our celebration once a year for my wife Irene, but the place is available for all type of events. The De La Rosa Entertainment Center It's available for any kind of event. We do this every year, been doing it for many years to try to get our new friends and old friends to come together and be able to come down and have a good time and share their stories with each other. You know? Things happen in our lifetimes every day.
Yeah.
We always have something to talk about.
So, your family is from East Austin.
Originally from East Austin, my family, La Familia Velasquez, born and raised.
How many generations would you say?
About three.
3 generations.
About 3 generations.
Yeah. My family, we come from Lions Road. You know, well, you know.
Right, Bonilla.
You know my family. And so, how do you feel about this new influx of a different demographic coming into the area? There's a lot of what people call a gentrification.
Well, as far as that goes, I don't get too much involved, but I can tell you one thing, that if you live like in a neighborhood and the things want to change and the people in the neighborhood are in agreement with what you want to put in, that's fine. But when you want to put something that the neighbors aren't going to like, why be in a place that they don't want you? That's what happened with this hotel they got trying to put up.
Oh, you're talking about the East Side Hotel.
Right. They were trying to get all the necessary permits, but they had the neighborhood opposed it, and the board of directors, whoever was in charge, decided that it wasn't going to happen, or the planning commission, I believe.
Well, you know, there's been talk that that fight is not finished, that they're going to appeal to city council. You know, how do you feel about that? Are you willing to get out there and fight one more time?
A fight is never finished till the end, man. You know, sometimes big money wins, but the strength is within the community, the people that live within the neighborhood where something wants to be developed. If they don't speak up, hey, it might not go their way.
Well, thanks for talking with us.
Same here.
And just a quick question, guys. Do y'all by chance read La Prensa?
You'll see.
I do.
Hi, we're here today with La Prensa News, and we're here with the founder of the Los Texas Rangers. Did I get that right, sir?
Wranglers.
The Texas Wranglers,
Yes.
okay. And can you tell me a little bit about your group and what brings y'all out tonight? What is this event?
This is an event for Irene Valasquez. It's Carlos Velasquez's wife, and she does this every year. We've been here, I believe, maybe 7, 8 years, and it's the 3rd of July party, and we come and celebrate it with her.
And do you guys perform here too as well?
Yes, my band, Los Texas Wranglers, we perform here. We've been performing here like 6, 7 years already.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your band and how you guys got started?
Well, our band got started because 3 of the musicians, including myself, we were part of the Alfonso Ramos Orchestra. And Alfonso Ramos had gotten sick, and we weren't being on the road anymore. We weren't performing anymore. So we started this band in October of 1999, you know, simply because we had no other band to go with at that time, and we wanted to keep on with the music.
Okay, great, wonderful. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with La Prensa?
Sure, I've been a fan of La Prensa for many years. We've done a couple other parties also. Maybe 8, 9 years ago, when Nuevo León restaurant was open, we did something there with Ruben Ramos and the Mexican Revolution. La Prensa has been a big part of the community for many years. It's I believe it's the first bilingual newspaper and here in Austin. So I'm very proud of you guys and what you've accomplished over the years.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
if anybody would like to book with you guys, do you have a business card that we could show our viewers?
Sure.
Carlos Bonilla here, reporting with La Prensa News from the De La Rosa compound. I'm here with Ralph Bonilla, my uncle. Uncle Ralph, tell me, how long have you known the Velasquez family?
I've known the Velasquez family for about 30 years.
30 years?
30 years, and I've worked with Carlos in different projects here, like when he used to have Roy's Taxis, and then El Tejano in Troy, Texas. So I've known Carlos for a long time and his family.
Well, that's good. And you come out to this event every year?
Yeah, every year I come to this event because this is his wife's birthday that falls really on 4th of July, I think, and he throws the party on July 3rd. So I've been coming here for the past probably 7 or 8 years.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, this De La Rosa complex sure has been getting big, huh?
Oh, yes, it is. De La Rosa and plus the Velasquez family is, they're pretty, well, they know each other for a long time.
And you grew up in East Austin as well.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, what part of East Austin did you grow up on?
Up there off Baum Road and...
what would you say about the identification when somebody calls themselves, they say, I'm not Hispanic, I'm Chicano. What does that mean when somebody says, I'm not Hispanic, I'm Chicano?
Well, Hispanic is something that the government put on us because we speak the language, Spanish language, I believe. And I think it's more of a Mexican Americans that we are instead of Hispanics. So Hispanic means represents all Hispanic, the people that speak Spanish. They don't count us as Mexican Americans. Now they're saying they're like the African Americans. Why they call them African Americans? How come the people that were born here in Texas were not Mexican Americans, or all the way from California or Arizona or wherever there's Mexicanos or Chicanos, they don't call them Mexican Americans.
So what would be the difference between a Hispanic and a Chicano? What is the difference in the mindset?
I don't understand the Chicanos about what they're trying to represent now, like we used to in the back. I mean, because I used to belong, certain groups of, it was the Brown Berets that I used to belong with. And we did the Brown Berets was the voice for the people on the East Side back in the 70s. So we did a lot of things to help the people from the East Side, like the boats. We ran the boats out. What the Brown Berets did.
The boat races.
The boat races that the whites used to bring. So the voice was the Brown Berets.
I'm sorry, could you explain that again? Because I've heard that a lot. What is boat races? Could you explain that to
the
our
boat
viewers
races
here?
were kind of like a competition when they would bring in the white people would bring in to the East Side and downtown Lake. They would every Saturday or Sunday they would race boats. Probably the nitro boats or gasoline boats or whatever, and a lot of people from the East Side downtown Lake that lived there didn't want the boats there because
it was a neighborhood.
It was a neighborhood on the East Side, which is.
So we've been dealing with the fight for our land since in the 1970s during the boat races. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yes, that's correct. So we ran out because of. The Brown Berets was the voice of the East Side back then, and they were asking the people, the old folks that lived along the lake, town lake, that they were tired of these people making all money, and they didn't care that they would wake up the kids at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So they brought the issues to the Brown Berets saying, hey, can you do something about moving these people out of here because we don't want them no more.
So the Brown Berets were would you say that was a Chicano movement?
Probably, yes, correct. Chicano
and
movement.
they took over, they took upon themselves the identity of that word Chicano, meaning that we're more identifying with our indigenous heritage,
correct,
versus our Spanish European heritage.
It was more of the Brown Berets was more of a group to help out the people from the East Side, and a lot of people will support the Brown Berets through money and but then it broke up.
And Mr. Bonilla, I have a quick question. As somebody that's coming from indigenous culture, indigenous background, I mean, what is your personal take on what's happening? Like, this is displacement, and did that not happen to the Native Americans back in the day?
Yes.
And as somebody that's been fighting since the 1970s to preserve the neighborhood of East Austin, I mean, on a personal level, are you outraged about this gentrification? Is it something that you've known that was going to happen for a long time? Do you feel like your people are powerless to stop it?
Well, it's been happening since the white man came across the ocean. I mean, our people are still in reservations. I mean, you don't hear they're getting help. The only help is from the government, but you don't see.
So what you're saying is that East Austin has been the reservation, so to speak, where
Correct.
they pushed all the people of indigenous
Well, they're doing it now by buying people out. I mean, of course, money, buying their property, and.
So is this a way of wiping an entire race out?
I would not say wiping them out. There's a difference. I mean, the people from East Side are still surviving. Is that they're moving out, getting money, and going somewhere.
There's a lot of changes going on to that neighborhood right now. The whole nation says that East Austin, the community you grew up in, is up and coming. And what we've been experiencing, a lot of the long-time residents have been experiencing, is a lot of new people taking the place of a lot of old families that have been there. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I believe that what's going on is there's a lot of building new complexes, new apartments, and there's a lot of, I guess, the gringos coming over and taking over the, like houses that people are selling out to them and all. Then they're building a lot of houses for the gringos there. So I don't think that that's right to me, because they're buying out a lot of families that they've been there for years, and now they give them a certain amount of money, and all of a sudden they start building these lots. And I don't think that's
what happens to the families that you've known that have sold out to.
I guess they either move out or probably move to Mentopolis, where there's a cheaper community where they buy older houses and try to fix them up. So I believe that the people there are selling out for just a small amount of money, thinking it's a lot of money. But mostly it's the older generation, our generation, that's selling out. They don't know what really the value of their property is. So
what message would you have to the younger generation? Do you have a message for the younger generation that are inheriting these houses when their elders pass away and leave it?
I believe that they shouldn't sell out. They shouldn't sell out. Keep that property, because it's a value, for the family. It's a family property, and they shouldn't sell out. I mean, keep it the way it is, and maybe build up like they're doing in the East Side now. So there's a lot of whites building around, which is especially on the East Side where I live. They're building complexes, or just to live there, and they building up duplexes and making it look bad, tearing down our trees or beautiful trees there. So I don't believe that it should be happening. I mean, if they want to buy a house, why build 2 or 3 houses in one little property that they buy from us? So I don't believe they should be doing that.
All my life growing up, you've always had a lot of jewelry.
Correct.
You've always had just like your uncle, my great uncle Andrew Bonilla, Tio Andrew. He had a lot of jewelry, a ring on every finger. I used to call him my uncle the ringmaster, because I had so many uncles I couldn't remember all their names.
Right.
But so tell me a little bit of why you wear the turquoise and silver.
Well, it was said that one of our grandfather was Apache. So we decided that my uncle started wearing jewelry because the Bonilla family was said to become either Simos Apaches, either Chiricahua Apaches or Mescaleros. So I believe that the heritage shouldn't stop there, but to carry on like my uncle did, my Uncle Andrew. So I'm trying to...
Vivimos todos con gusto y placer a felicidad. El día en que tú me
appreciate that.